Construction of a trail shelter and the lodge made up the final phase of the project. The lodge would have a museum and a refectory or restaurant on each side of a lounge area. A 40-man team was assigned to this project, including machinists, carpenters, laborers, and masonry workers who put down new footings next to the old inn. When it came to creating the limestone walls, the skilled enrollees first built specimen walls before the actual ones to ensure a quality job. Hurriedly striving to meet a fast-approaching deadline, the recruits put up the walls of the museum and the refectory. All of this activity didn't go unnoticed by the community, as Camp Superintendent W. Sam Bunker would report.
Large crowds are visiting the park on weekends and holidays, and it's really noticeable how many people actually examine the work done, particularly on our museum, which indicates to me that the general public is beginning to realize that the National Park Service is doing excellent work in the Emergency Conservation Work Program.
With the walls up, crews hoisted the purlins, or horizontal beams, to support the roof. For the refectory, large trusses were constructed from bellwoods trees. By May of 1935, the exteriors of the museum, refectory, and trail shelter were finished, along with the museum gateway. But before the entire lodge could be completed, Company 1674 was disassembled. After 18 months of service, the men responsible for building Black Hawk State Park were transferred to a camp in Decatur, Illinois. However, their efforts had laid the groundwork for the eventual construction by the state of the walkway to connect the museum and refectory, as well as the centerpiece of the lodge, the Black Hawk Room.
And there's no doubt about it that they learned to work. They learned what it meant to do a day's work. And I think it was a good experience for a kid.
Every breed of cat was in there. There was black, white, Indian, the whole, it was a mixed breed, all of us. And you learned to live with that atmosphere. And I think that done more for me than anything else that's ever happened to me in my life.
I almost see these men as unsung heroes. Here they did this work, they had something to give. They had knowledge, they had experience, they had pride in a job well done. And they gave it, and in so doing created something that hundreds of thousands of people have enjoyed.
Today, the Black Hawk State Historic Site is a living monument to the skill, dedication, and hard work of all the men in Company 1674, who in a year and a half managed to build a paradise.
We joined the CCC just to see what we could see and learn what the scheme was all about. Believe me, it's the berries. Life's a great big bowl of cherries in the good